I'm Grace.
So let's get started.
I'm a recipe blogger, family-taught home chef,
Cheers.
Cheers.
iPhone-only photographer, and proud New Englander.
These poppable Spanakopita bites are a crowd-pleasing hors d'oeuvre or appetizer without the hassle and mess of layering phyllo sheets. So typically, if you want to make Spanakopita at home, you have to buy phyllo sheets in the grocery store. They come in a stack of like 100 sheets, and you gotta brush each sheet with butter and then make the filling for the Spanakopita. It's a mess, it's time consuming. Instead of doing that, we're going to be using these little phyllo cups that you can get right in the frozen section, and we're going to stuff them with a homemade Spanakopita filling. They're divine and so much easier. So it starts off by making our spinach filling, and I'm gonna take my spinach and a few other ingredients and bring them over to the stove. Let's go. The first step to a great Spanakopita is to saute your spinach with a little onion, garlic, and I like to add in some leeks because they're nice and sweet and just add a really kind of delicious extra flavor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my heat to medium-high, and I'm gonna add in just about 2 or so tablespoons of olive oil. And then I'm gonna add in some finely chopped garlic and some yellow onion. Drop that in. And I have a leek that I just finely chopped, or just kind of chopped up. It's not super fine. And then I'm going to add in just a pinch of ground nutmeg, and I love ground nutmeg with spinach. It just adds a warmth to the spinach that's so good. So I'm gonna do just a little dash there. You don't need a lot. And then I'm gonna add in some salt and some pepper. And then final ingredient is our baby spinach. And I'm gonna drop that baby spinach right in. You wanna make sure your onions and your garlic are on the bottom of the pot so they sweat first. And once you start to hear the spinach sizzling, that's when you want to start tossing it. So we'll wait. Do you hear? The spinach is starting to sizzle. So that means it's time for us to start tossing and sauteing our spinach. You just want to keep it moving around so it evenly wilts. Really starting to wilt down, but we want to keep going until all the leaves of spinach have wilted. It's looking good. Time to turn our heat off. The spinach has wilted completely. You don't want to overcook it, just until it wilts. And now we're going to take the mixture back over to the counter. I just transferred my spinach mixture into a bowl. And what I like to do is just squeeze out some of the moisture, because spinach has so much water in it that you don't want your Spanakopita, your phyllo especially, to be mushy and soggy. So I'm just gonna take my paper towels and give this a good squeeze. And some people add ricotta into their Spanakopita mixture and other people don't. I'm the ricotta fan. I love ricotta in this, so I'm just gonna add a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. It'll add just a nice creaminess to each Spanakopita bite. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mix the filling together until it's nice and combined. So once you feel like all your ingredients are mixed together, the last ingredient you want to add to your mixture is 1 egg. And I like to add in an egg just to kind of bind everything together. It really helps to form your Spanakopita filling. So I'm just going to whisk together an egg and drop it right in there and give it one more toss together. It's game time. I'm gonna add my phyllo cups to a baking sheet, and I just lightly grease the baking sheet just in case they stick a little bit. And then I'm gonna fill each cup. Final step before putting these in the oven, stuffing them. So I'm gonna take a nice little amount of my spinach mixture And I'm just gonna stuff my phyllo just like this and try not to make a mess like I'm doing. I'll try to make it look easier next time. It is time to bake them. Let's go. Let's eat. Oh my gosh. It is so good. The crunch. A little bit of leek, onion, garlic. You can taste the herbs, the saltiness from the feta. I'm sure I have stuff all over my mouth, but I don't care. Check this out on tastefullygrace.com. You won't regret it. The microwave works as a mirror.
Come on now. You got this. Action, you got it.
That's intoxicating. Have you ever smelled nutmeg? I feel like it's gonna make me sneeze.